Hello, everyone, and welcome to my presentation. I'll be presenting on social responsibility within small business. What is social responsibility? Social responsibility is being aware of products, understanding the community's wishes, avoiding moral or biological damage, and I'll go in depth about these things. These are like how to stay in line. I got some of this information off of our textbook and then also from the Forbes magazine that we were given to read. So things you got to be aware of is communications with the locals will make you a lot more presentable or reputable. I personally grew up in a very small town in northern Maine, and I noticed a lot of the business owners up there made sure that they were presenting themselves in public, talking to their local customers, understanding what it is that they need, which leads me to the next point, which is just understanding the needs of the community, like basically their resources, like what is it that they need personally, the majority of the community at least, to survive. And then you want to be aware of the type of products that you're selling and what it affects is on the environment and what it costs to make. Like, for example, the farmers in my town would change up the pesticides that they would use because a lot of people were complaining that it was affecting actually most of their gardening because pesticides carry in the wind and that ends up getting on other people's plants. So I guess that could be an example of being socially aware. And in 2016, some drug manufacturers were criticized when they raised certain drug prices by several 100%. A few dropped some of those prices back to their previous levels, but others kept them at a higher level even in the wake of public outrage. That came right out of our textbook. That's just an example of being socially irresponsible, where those people couldn't afford the medication, but businesses still kept the prices up regardless, even though they understood that the community was upset about it. And that leads me to my last quote, which comes out of the Forbes magazine, and it says, "Businesses that are socially responsible can also appear more attractive to investors." And that concludes of my presentation. If you have any questions or anything that you personally have experienced that is an example of like being socially responsible, feel free to say it within your questions. I look forward to hearing what you guys have to ask. Thank you for listening.